वो जो जोक है ना कि अब गर्ल बॉस से गर्ल बस हो गया है, कि अब बस मुझसे नहीं हो रहा. दैट इज वॉट आर्या सरीन इज गोइंग थ्रू नाउ. हाई, आई एम प्रतीक्षा मिश्रा एंड you're listening to my review of Aarya season 3. Sushmita Sen plays Aarya, who is essentially Zabardasti has become a drug kingpin because of how her life went in the first 2 seasons, and now we see her kind of dealing with the morality of it very very seriously. स्टार्टिंग से भी सी कि आर्या की जिंदगी में 2 चीजें, देयर इज 2 मेन रनिंग थीम्स. One is that she is trying to protect her children. She is a very fierce and protective mother, and also the people she loves who are around her. And secondly is the fact that she is trying to become like important in the industry that she has entered. ठीक है. Now see, the thing is, Aarya season 1 was fabulous, but I couldn't really get into season 2 that much, and I don't know why. I think it's not as good as season 1, but season 3 or the 4 episodes that we have right now, amazing. We are back on track. It is so good. Oh, here's the thing though, Aarya, just the way that she is played by Sushmita Sen, I find it very difficult to find any faults in her. I'm like, ठीक है, God forbid a woman has hobbies. It's fine. You support women's rights and wrongs, and that is how I feel about Aarya. But ठीक है, it's still an immoral profession. The good thing that we see now is that Aarya का moral compass, even though is very strong, is now also her son Veer. क्योंकि वीर की जिंदगी में अब जो हो रहा है, he is kind of getting more involved in this whole thing, especially since he is dating someone very close to Aarya's business, and we're seeing how the questions that he is asking Aarya are making her question कि ये सब काम धंधे के चक्कर में have I gone too far. The Russian gangsters and a man set out to avenge his wife aside, there is now Ila Arun as Nalini Sahiba, जो मतलब आर्या से भी बड़ी खिलाड़ी है इस इंडस्ट्री में. Now Aarya had towards the end of the second season, I think, decided कि she wants to have control over supply also and like just transportation also. And now her decision to do that is stepping on some toes. ठीक है, अब जितना वो इस इंडस्ट्री में बढ़ना चाहेंगे उतने villains निकलेंगे. That's how many people will oppose her. That is predictable. And that's the thing about Aarya 3. The story in general is pretty predictable if you've seen these kind of thrillers earlier, but it's just written so well that you're so invested in the story. And also Sushmita Sen as a performer, absolutely marvelous. हर एक चीज ठीक से की उन्होंने इस रोल में. Even when she's kind of controlling herself and saying things in that deadpan manner, in her eyes you can see how things are affecting her. जब कोई उन्हें betray करता है या जब उन्हें realize होता है कि something is not going her way, उनकी आंखों में दिखता है that she is kind of calculating what to do. She is kind of processing her emotions. But the show is also made better because of the ensemble cast, especially by the performances by the likes of Indranil Sengupta, Maya Sarao, Gitanjali Kulkarni, Vikas Kumar. Aarya 3, I just was telling my friend, is the best season so far. और उसके अब तक सिर्फ 4 ही episodes आए हैं. So honestly, take this review as a review of those episodes. If it all just goes haywire in the end, that's not my fault. मैंने देखे नहीं अब तक वो episodes, but so far I'm very intrigued. I'm very interested. The camera work still just so smart. Like there are places जहाँ the camera is kind of looking outside in. कभी भी camera आर्या को like eye contact में नहीं देखता है unless she's the one who's kind of running the show at that point. And that I think is very interesting क्योंकि ये दुनिया हमारी दुनिया से बहुत अलग है. क्योंकि हम गलती से ट्रेन मिस कर देते हैं, ये लोग गलती से किसी की जान ले रहे हैं, right? And that's the thing where that kind of distance from the story really helps the show. The one thing I don't like is the kind of the poetry that has entered this season, where there's just background में very serious poetry going on. Takes a lot away from the show. I don't need that. I understand it as an artistic choice, but sometimes it's just okay to let it go. Like the dialogues are great. There's a great mix of smart lines and like truly lines rooted in reality. It's all very well done. So we don't need this kind of shero shairi and like poetry going on in the back. Let's see if they kind of balance it out later. I love the way the plots are going. There's a lot happening, that बहुत चीज़ें हो रही हैं शो में, but they've tied it all in pretty well. At no point are you confused कि अच्छा ये कैरेक्टर का क्या हो रहा है, इस कैरेक्टर का क्या हो रहा है. The way that it is written is very concise, and that also works for a show like this क्योंकि this is a show where you know more than the character, sometimes you know less than the character, so confusion can happen, but it doesn't in this season. Aarya 3 has impressed me so much that I am so excited to see what they do with part 2, and that is why my rating for Aarya season 3, at least the 4 episodes that are out now, is 4 stars out of 5.